Hey there, everybody. How's it going? Hope you're doing fine today. Doing pretty good myself. Yeah, I'm not in my castle right now. I decided to go take a little vacation, go camping. But since I already live in the woods, I decided why not just go camping in a jungle? Got a little campfire going. I got a couple tents set up, one I can sleep in and one to store all my goods and stuff. Got got my Swiss Army knife. Got a little backpack for when I'm out traveling about. And I got some marshmallows to cook over the campfire here. Make some very tasty cooked marshmallows. Snack on those later. So yeah, this is a Mod Monday. And it adds a bunch... I'm getting ahead of myself. This is a Mod Monday for the camping mod, and it adds a bunch of camping stuff. You know, things like tents, little campfires, marshmallows on sticks, backpacks, all the good camping items. And, well, let me get out of this jungle and I can actually show you how you can create all this stuff and possibly go camping on your own. Alright, so let's take a look at all the stuff this mod adds. First off, there's the Camper's Tool, or Swiss Army Knife, whatever you want to call it. I think it looks very much like a Swiss Army knife, which is pretty handy in camping anyway, so Camping Tool is a pretty fitting name. You just make it out of 3 iron and some rose red dye to give it its color. And there you go, you got your little knife. Now in order to make a campfire, well, there's actually 5 different kinds of campfires. But the basic one requires some smooth stone, a few torches, and a bit of flint. And that gives you your basic campfire. Now, you can take your basic campfire and combine it with 4 furnaces, and you get... what was this one called again? I think it was a multi-cooking campfire. And this actually has a GUI, which allows you to put at least food in here. I don't know if you can put ore in. I actually forgot. I know some of them you can put ore in. Yeah, let's grab some coal and... Yep, this one is an ore one. Yeah, with six different slots, you can cook a whole bunch of food and ore very fast. Now, it does use up coal a lot faster than a normal furnace, which is a small price to pay for getting 6 items smelted at the exact same time. I think you get about 3 ores done for every coal, or 3 food, whatever you want to be cooking. Anyway, that's the multi-cooker. Next up we have the fast cooker, I believe this one is, which cooks things faster, but I think also uses up your coal faster as well. So you get a speed boost, and you might actually be able to... Nope, you get less items cooked per coal. So just over 5, and you will have to put in a new coal. Anyway, moving on. Now this one, pretty interesting. You use ender pearls to make it. And as you notice, all the different campfires do have a different color. This one also has an interface. It's called a cheap cooker. Now, I believe this one... What you actually do get to cook... Okay, so apparently you can cook ore on almost all these, except for the decorative one and the next one I'm about to show you. Now, the cheap cooker is a lot slower, but apparently does not require any sort of fuel to actually cook your items, which is a pretty decent benefit for the slower speed. Possibly a little bit overpowered. Oh, and you do get your experience like you normally would. So the last one combines all 4 different types of campfires so far and creates an Instacooker. Now the Instacooker doesn't have an interface, but what it can do, if I can remember where the tabs are, you can take food and instantly cook it all. Now, nope, not at all. Okay, so those are your 5 different types of campfires. Each one pretty useful in their own respect. Now they also can set mobs on fire. If I go ahead and spawn a pig, and shove you on there, there you go. Pig catches fire. So you can also use these as a mob trap if you so desire. Which I would recommend just using the basic one for mob traps because it's the cheapest and, well, yeah, it's going to do the same thing as everything else. So, aside from those different uses for the campfires, you can also change their color. Simply right-click on it with a color dye you want, and it changes color to the dye's color. And I do like how it is a kind of slow change to the color. That's a pretty neat feature. Alright, let's move on to tents. Now, I do have a few complaints about this mod. I'll get to those later though. First off, we have canvas for your tent. You use 6 string and your camping tool and you get 12 canvas. I'm going to take one of these along to light up the area. Alright, so you get 12 canvas. Next up, you use an iron ingot and your camping tool and you get 4 tent stakes. Now you combine those two in this pattern, 5 canvas and 2 tent stakes, and you get a decorative tent. So, with these 2 recipes, you can create 2 tents, which look like this. So, what do you do with these 2 tents? Well, as you see, there's nothing in them. However, you can create a sleeping bag using 3 wool, which basically gives you a bed without any legs. And right-click on your tent, and you have a sleeping bag in a tent, which you can now use for sleeping. And for some reason you sleep sideways in the tent rather than, you know, normal. That music seems a little bit loud. Okay, anyway. You can also take a chest and right-click on a decorative tent, and you'll get a storage tent. The storage tent has 36 inventory slots. So basically, your inventory can go in there. Now, how do you make a backpack? Well, you take more canvas and arrange it in the same way that you do a chest. Now, there's 3 different sizes of backpacks. This will give you your small one. If you want to get a bigger one, 8 more canvas, take your small one, put it in the center, like this, and that will create the medium-sized one. Then you do the same thing again to create the large one, using a medium-sized backpack in the center. How about marshmallows, the delicious treat every camper gets to eat? You take 6 sugar, an egg, a bottle of water, and a bowl, and you mix them together and you get your sticky, sugary, marshmallowy concoction. You get 4 of them. Now you take one of these and a stick, and you get 3 marshmallows on a stick. Then, in order to cook it, you just take your marshmallow on a stick to any campfire and right-click on it. Delicious marshmallows. Now, if you don't want to just spend your entire time eating marshmallows while you're camping, you can go ahead and find some radish seeds and plant those. Now, one thing I found out is that radish seeds you cannot actually plant on farmland. You have to plant them on normal grass. And it doesn't seem to matter if they're near water or not, they'll still grow perfectly fine. You can plant them anywhere. But not near water. Or not on farmland. So get rid of you, farmland. Alright. Now, why is there a tent and campfire here, and why do I have this man caged inside a fence? Well, these are a few items that generate in the Minecraft world. You can only find these in forest and plain biomes. These are pre-generated campsites, and usually they will have a camper near them as well. You can see there's also one over there near some cows. Now, when the campsites generate, they have a 70% chance of having a regular campfire. They can, however, have one of the other campfires as well. So if you don't feel like making your own campfire, all you need to do is create a little camper tool, run over to a campsite, steal it, and run away. Now, these campers function pretty much like villagers. You can trade with them. This guy wants some cooked marshmallows, and he'll give you a full diamond for them. Very generous. Get 8 of these, cook them up. Here you go, give me my emerald. And does he have the same effect as a villager? I don't know. But I'm going to let him out anyway. Yeah, he still only wants marshmallows. So, I think I covered pretty much everything. Oh wait, there's one more thing. In the Creative tab, you'll find these camping guides. Now, these, I do not believe you can create them. I checked on the forum and the website, and it doesn't say a crafting recipe. So I think you can only get these with the Creative tab, or possibly by trading with campers. Now, the only one that has any information in it is the campfire guide, which will tell you the 5 different types of campfires, how to craft them, and what they do. Oops. Hit escape one too many times there. So, on to the, I guess complaints section. How are you making canvas out of string? Or more so, how are you making 2 tents out of string? Because that recipe is enough to make 2 full-size tents. While string, when you place it, this is 6 string, this is how much space it takes up. Way less material in the string than there is in the tent. So, I have a suggestion for Rick Mold. At least include 2 wool in the canvas recipe. Adds a little bit more realism to the crafting. There's also a bit of an issue for me with the whole iron stake thing. One, you're carving iron into stakes using an iron knife, and I don't think that works out very well. I think the iron knife would actually break on the iron ingot because the iron ingot has more material and is therefore stronger. So, how about instead of iron, I don't know, sticks, maybe a plank block, a log perhaps? I think that would work a little bit better and would make the stakes a little bit more obtainable. Plus, when you have them on the ground, they already do look like wood instead of metal. There's also something that just kind of bugs me a little bit. These tents are just magically floating in a tent shape. There's no support in there at all. So I also would like to suggest another recipe that could be added. Simply 3 up and all stick. Add tent poles. Now what you do is you take 2 tent poles, put them in these slots right here, and that's all that you would really have to change. I think that would make it look nicer, and then you could have the actual tent poles sticking out here, perhaps. I don't know if that'd be too hard to do, but if it's possible, why not do it? It would make for a very nice looking tent. And it wouldn't look, cheaty. So yeah, those are a couple suggestions I have for possible changes that Rickmold could do. And that's the end of this mod spotlight. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and fave. As always, link to the mod is in the description, and I'll see you next time. Take care, and goodbye.